Hello and welcome to a special episode of Your New Jersey from the Prudential Center in Newark. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. Today, we're checking in on New Jersey Devils universe, both on the ice and in the studio. The Devils recently solidified their partnership with RWJBarnabas Health to create healthier communities and athletes. Mark Manigan, president of RWJBarnabas Health, and Jake Reynolds, president of the New Jersey Devils and Prudential Center, joined me in the studio to tell us more. Mark, Jake, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a thrill to be here.
Mark,
Thank you, Lisa Marie. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm so happy to be joined by the both of you. It's an honor. So, Mark, I will start with you. Tell me all about this exciting partnership and why you wanted to align with the New Jersey Devils.
Well, for a number of reasons. First off, we've been partners with the Devils, I think, for the entire existence of their presence in New Jersey. And it always spoke to us as the kind of organization we wanted to align with. And as it's grown in scope in New Jersey, along with the system, you're talking about two premier New Jersey institutions full of New Jersey pride. But what really brings us together is the cultural overlap between the two organizations. The Devils, they're a terrific organization. They are very focused on connecting with their community and giving back to their community. And that just jives perfectly with our mission orientation and the community service we think we provide throughout the state. So it's been a terrific ride so far, and I look forward to growing the relationship in the years to come. And Jake, get to know Jake. I mean, he's reason enough to do a partnership. They're just it's a great organization from Jake down to the players on the ice. It's really something.
It really is. And I could tell the both of you have such a great friendship, even in getting the segment online and you guys were yucking it up. And it's really cool to see. Like you said, two powerhouse New Jersey brands coming together like you have.
This is such a unique moment, I think, for both of our organizations. And for us, being able to identify the right partners that align with the right values, that have the right type of leaders that are going to help bring this to life. And this is so much more than obviously a jersey patch or just a sponsorship. You have two kind of organizations that have been rooted in New Jersey that share those same similar values and alignment and want to roll up their sleeves, want to make an impact, and want to lean in and make this community that we live in a better place. And so to be able to partner New Jersey's only professional sports team with New Jersey's leading provider in healthcare and one of the state's largest employers, this was a perfect opportunity to bring our organizations together and bring that strength to the community.
So, Mark, how does it feel to have your logo in such a prominent way showcased with a professional sports team as illustrious as the New Jersey Devils?
It is an incredible honor and source of pride for me and my 41,000 teammates. I mean, as you know, Lisa Marie, folks who are in and of New Jersey share a great deal of pride in being in and of New Jersey. And we're the state's largest employer. We've been in business here for over 100 years, partnering with the state's only full-time, professional franchise. Their commitment to excellence on the ice matches our commitment to clinical excellence, their commitment to being an anchor institution and to serve the community matches our commitment to being an anchor institution and a mission of service. So it's a special moment for us, and it's a real deep source of pride. And I'll tell you, Lisa Marie, not only do we take pride in the logo, in the patch and the like, but man, the players, they come visit our patients and our employees in our hospitals across the state. And these gentlemen connect with folks, and it's really a unique experience. I've dealt with lots of professional teams and athletes, but when I see the way the New Jersey Devils connect on the floors of our hospitals with the folks who are not only receiving the care, but the folks who are providing the care, it is incredibly heartwarming.
This is such a multifaceted partnership, from obviously the jersey patch Mark mentioned, obviously, the hospital visits. That is arguably my favorite day of the year. Mark and I were together for that. And to be able to get to see the true impact that these players have on the patients, and then most surprising to me was just how they were embraced by the employees of RWJBarnabas. And that was just truly, truly special. But we mentioned before, community has been, and always will be at the center of this partnership. And our focus will be, how do we bring that to life? And, you look at RWJ's, kind of overarching goals in terms of how they can build healthier communities in New Jersey. So looking at the platform that we have, the blood drives that we run, our Running with the Devils 5K, the community screenings that we put, the hospital visits, the cause nights, Hockey Fights Cancer Awareness Night, the opportunity to bring the awareness, and then also the education. You talk about just supporting youth sports, and particularly youth hockey. We want to take this out into the different rinks, into all of RWJ's hospitals and their presence, and be able to feel this throughout the state.
And the time is now for all of that you just mentioned, because I feel hockey has never been more popular, especially on the youth level. Jake, I'm sure you would agree with that.
We absolutely, and we will take it. I think it is one of the fastest rising sports. And for us, one of the big keys, and this is where the alignment with RWJ is so strong. You look at just the access and the opportunity that people have to, go into our Learn to Play programs. But then you look at some of the opportunities that we provide underserved youth, particularly here in Newark, and the opportunity where hockey is an expensive sport. So the opportunity that we have to be able to get more accessibility and to bring people in and allow them to learn the sport and provide the opportunity for them to get the equipment, to get the ice time, to learn through the different programs that we have with RWJBarnabas, how to take care of themselves and how to prepare themselves as athletes, and to be able to do that alongside this team continuing to grow, continuing to get better. We have 3 Stanley Cups. Mark and I have dreamed several times about what the next parade will look like, with RWJBarnabas right there on our chest as well.
I can't wait for that parade, and I think it's a lot sooner than you might think. I think what's also amazing for a professional sports team like the Devils, having such an amazing partnership like a health system, is that your players get the best care possible. So talk about that layer of the partnership, Mark.
Yeah, thank you. And Jake did such a wonderful job in describing the multifaceted nature of the partnership. But an important component of it, of course, is providing world-class clinical care to the players. But not only their players, their families too. And so we're really proud to take care of the Devils. Again, these folks are consummated professionals, dedicated to their craft, dedicating to achieving excellence on the ice and bringing New Jersey another Stanley Cup. And we are so proud to support that effort. And that's just equally, though, that matches up to all the other things that we're doing together, as Jake outlined, and the resources we spend collectively on the community, on creating access to care and creating access to be able to play hockey, on training kids and their families on injury prevention and diet and nutrition and the like. It really is a deep partnership, multifaceted, and it's been terrific so far.
Can you educate our audience on how a partnership between 2 powerhouse brands is possible and how it is forged?
It's very simple. Jake says Manigan jump, and I say how high. So, now, I tell you, and Jake will answer this as he's answered all the questions in a more articulate fashion, but it's easy to do business with somebody when you are culturally very similar. So when you have that foundation, all the ornaments of a business transaction just get hung very neatly and orderly on the tree. And that business piece comes together very easily. And the more we get to know each other, the more that cultural overlap becomes evident. And figuring out the mechanics is the easy part.
Well, for RWJBarnabas, it's really cool to be aligned with the most successful area NHL franchise in recent memory. I know those guys across the river, they don't give us the respect, but what have they won?
What guys are you talking about? I don't even know who you're referring to. But I tell you, Lisa Marie, you hit on it, and Jake did a beautiful job describing the essence of this thing. I would just add there is a significant element of Jersey pride here, right? We're the state's largest employer, largest academic-based health system, state's only professional sports team. A lot of pride felt throughout our organization in that Jersey thing, and I think that's a special part of this. And being a native New Jersey, and all of us aspire and wish we were native New Jerseyans. I understand that, but I can tell you there's just a lot of Jersey pride around this relationship as well.
Well, there's a lot of Jersey pride with this segment as well. Jake, Mark, thank you so much for taking the time today and educating our audience on all of the wonderful work that you are doing together.
Lisa Marie, thank you so much. Jake, you're the man.
Right back at you, Mark. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Really enjoyed this and appreciate it.
New Jersey, we've got more summer wows under the sun than anyone. So come see what your wow's gonna be in the little state of New Jersey, where it's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lotta.
The New Jersey Devils and the Prudential Center are doing amazing things around the community, here in Newark and all around the Garden State. Jillian Frechette, their Chief Marketing Officer, joined me to tell me more about these initiatives. Jillian, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You have a lot going on here at Prudential Center with the Devils, within the community. Let's run it all down.
We do have a lot going on with the Devils, with the community, certainly with Prudential Center. I'm very privileged to run the marketing portfolio. I've got a really great team, and within the marketing portfolio we have community investment, we have youth hockey and growth initiatives, and then we have a number of different brand and sort of marketing initiatives that sort of layer their way in through the community. So there's always something going on as it relates to one very big fat word called community.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
This is my 6th season in New Jersey. It feels like I blinked, but equally we've done a lot of great work. Much of it sort of focused and zoned in on sort of community and community impact. So I'm very happy to say this is sort of the tail end of my 6th season.
All right. How did you make your way to Jersey?
Oh gosh, that's a good one. I am a Canadian and was recruited from Calgary, Alberta, to come and evolve the brand and build the marketing department and sort of develop a content engine here in New Jersey with the New Jersey Devils and Prudential Center.
That's awesome. And I have to imagine that Canada is a little different than Newark, New Jersey. So how did you immerse yourself in your surroundings and get to know the heartbeat of what makes the city tick?
Well, you know what, it's really big because we identify as a state team, and there's only 4 or 5 teams in the National Hockey League that identify as a state team. Most identify as a city team, so you don't just have to learn about the city that you live in, you need to learn about all of the cities and surrounding areas that you reflect as the New Jersey Devils. There's a lot of professional sports teams that practice and play in New Jersey and wear New York on their jerseys. We are the only team that proudly reflects and represents the state of New Jersey, and that's really an important sort of point of difference for us. We're not in New York. It's just really easy. We're not New York. We are firmly New Jersey.
Yeah, you are. And what I love about what you're doing, besides helping out so many in the community, you've tied together major brands that have been here just as long as the Devils have, Verizon, RWJBarnabas Health, to furthering your mission to getting hockey out there in the community. I mean, I was saying off camera, Megan, I think it sends me a press release every day about a new partnership, a new initiative, and that's a testament to you and your team.
Certainly, yeah. Our partnerships group are a really active bunch, and equally our partners. We're very lucky and privileged to have a lot of great partners that want to have impact, that want to sort of help us sort of build and grow our brand and also our team, and then equally a legacy piece within the community is also important to a number of them. RWJBarnabas Health is a huge, huge important partner of the New Jersey Devils, and certainly we're very excited to have them now on our patch. But for a really long time, they have been the presenting sponsor of youth hockey, and youth hockey is a big piece of marketing. It's how we sort of grow our team and brand. It's how we sort of grow our sport. It's how we nurture young fans to sort of grow up with sort of Devils and fandom on the brain, and there's nothing more important to us than touching someone with the sport of hockey at a young age and having that sort of just perfect sort of impression.
Oh, hockey players are the nicest, by the way. I've
They
worked in
are.
sports a long time. I always said the hockey players are the sweetest and the nicest, and
They are
love their
humble and
fans.
hardworking.
Yes.
I've been in hockey for 12 years now, and I would say that hockey players, anywhere you go, are humble and hardworking and genuinely just really nice people, men and women.
Yeah, and you have not only a great current team, but such a powerful alumni network here.
We do. We are, and honestly, those alumni, they are sort of around our building and around our sport at all times. And where they really show up is with our Youth Hockey and Growth Initiatives programming. Our alumni are just layered and integrated right through our Learn to Play across the state. We show up in 14 different rinks this season with Learn to Play programming. And almost every session, you're going to see a Grant Marshall or a Colin White or a Bruce Driver, and it's really special to see a really small person have the impact of someone that wears a Stanley Cup ring show up and be their coach with Learn to Play.
Or the greatest goalie of all time.
The greatest goalie of all time.
I mean, undisputed. Let's
Marty
be for real.
Brodeur, Martin Brodeur. He's a colleague and just a really special person, special to our team and brand.
Yeah. So talk about the youth program and how you are implementing that communities around New Jersey.
Well, certainly we have been involved in hockey in northern New Jersey for a really long time with Learn to Play programming for both boys and girls. Recently, we launched the Jersey Girls Hockey Club. And what that is a girls-specific recreational league to give girls the opportunity to play and have fun. What happens currently, ahead of Jersey Girls Hockey Club launching, is that little girls either age out of Learn to Play, or they're sort of only really given a competitive track to participate in. And for hockey, that's not always what they need or want. We want to make sure that girls have the opportunity to grow and flourish in a team environment, be a place where we can sort of foster confidence, continue to enhance their skills, and just hang with the girls.
What's the reception been with the girls' youth hockey?
Jersey Girls Hockey Club has been so well received. We have 3 sessions in play right now. We'll look to expand that next year. But really, honestly, as soon as we launched it, we had lots of families reaching out to us, trying to find out how they might register, and equally just giving us great feedback, like what a great idea to give girls a non-competitive sort of venue or opportunity to sort of engage with the sport and think about the things that matter both on the ice and off the ice. So the teamwork aspect, fostering confidence, just really sort of having that camaraderie with other little ladies learning to love the game that we do.
And it's such a perfect time. Girls' sports are more popular than ever. And I think hockey, youth hockey, is more popular than ever. I see more and more of my friends' kids learning at a very young age. And I mean, now's the time to cultivate that fandom too.
Oh, exactly. I'm learning it sort of from 2 angles this season. My son just started Learn to Play in January. He's 5 years old.
Oh, so cute.
So I'm the CMO and the hockey mom all in the same rink. And I love it. It's really fun to see little kids, learn about the equipment, figure out how to, begin to tie their skates in the right way. See the big guys, Mr. Driver, Mr. Marshall, Mr. White, Mr. Brodeur. Learn to Play hockey has kids in it ages 5 to 12. So there's all different sort of ages and stages when you sort of throw kids into that programming, but there's lots of big smiles. And I think it's just really important to give kids that opportunity so they can start to love hockey the way we do.
Yeah, and programs like this are giving people more of an opportunity to get out there.
Yeah, I mean, hockey's still a tricky thing. Rinks and rink time is still incredibly precious, and we know that with our RWJBarnabas Health Hockey House, which is our practice rink adjacent to Prudential Center. Ice time is still sort of highly coveted and really hard to come by. But access is improving. Ball hockey gives people an avenue that's a little less expensive and a little easier to pull off. It makes hockey 12 months a year, which is also really important. So our youth hockey group is equally as embedded in the ball hockey space as they are the ice hockey space.
And what does it entail?
It's a practice rink. That's where our big guys on the New Jersey Devils practice on game days and certainly days in between. But equally, it's a facility that offers hockey to lots of different groups, tournaments.
So cool.
Yeah, it's a busy rink.
Hockey New Jersey, what's that all about?
Oh, Hockey New Jersey is a fantastic organization that we've supported for almost 2 decades. It started here in Newark. It's now spread out to a number of different cities in New Jersey. It's a nonprofit that offers hockey to kids at no cost. Hockey can be a really tricky sport to have access to. It can be cost prohibitive. Some families just don't even really know what it's about and where it's happening. And Hockey New Jersey is a really special organization that we support on an annual basis, both financially, but also with a lot of sort of in-kind support, which is equally as important.
I think a really nice initiative that you have is giving back to the small businesses as well through Jersey Shops.
Oh, Jersey Shops, presented by Citizens, that's a good one. We love it. Essentially, we love to spotlight businesses across New Jersey, small businesses across New Jersey, and more important, sort of the entrepreneurs or the proprietors of those business. So folks are able to apply throughout the season and be selected, and then we go in with a production team and really tell their story, and that's one of our favorites. We've done a lot of different businesses. Some have been here in Newark, others have been in surrounding areas. But what's fun about it is it's sort of the beginning of a great relationship. Quite often those proprietors become folks that we might tap for food and beverage needs if we're hosting, or we might tap for some hospitality space if we need somewhere to be outside of Prudential Center. So Jersey Shops, presented by Citizens, really just gives us a window into some small businesses in New Jersey that are reflective of our sort of love and passion for New Jersey, but it's the beginning of a really nice relationship.
And the city itself, and Prudential Center is a big piece of the reason why, but Newark is every day growing and just revitalizing itself more and more.
Yeah, Newark is our home. This is where we sort of, practice and play, and it's really important to us. Our community investment strategy is wrapped around our near neighbors. What that means is we want to make sure that we can have impact with folks that we could walk to their doorstep. There are a lot of nonprofits and social service agencies that we could walk to their doorstep, and we do. We have a group that volunteers at St. John's Soup Kitchen the first Friday of every month. We have a program in place here in the venue called Food Forward Jersey, presented by Citizens. What that means is that surplus food post-hockey, post-event is redistributed in the community. We do that in partnership with the Food Bank of New Jersey, and they are amazing. They serve, the Community Food Bank of New Jersey serves as a quarterback to help us take the surplus food post-event and get it to the places that need it.
So wonderful.
Could be a mission, could be St. John's Soup Kitchen, it could be Newark Boys and Girls Club, it could be a number of different places that can benefit from that surplus food that would otherwise be thrown out. So that's a really big one for us here at Prudential Center.
So you have local artists design jerseys based on what the theme of that night is?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a step back. Hockey is for Everyone is essentially an NHL platform that the NHL put out in the world a number of years ago. We took that league initiative and sort of made it our own. So Hockey is for Everyone in this building is reflective of a 5-game series. We have, and each of them is sort of a cultural night, a special night where we're able to sort of amplify a different segment or a different sort of group in our fan base. We usually kick off the season with Hispanic Heritage. Pride happens shortly after, API night, Black History Month, and then usually March is gender equality. For each of those special games, it's very much an immersive experience if you're here in the building, but the lead up is what's critically important. We put out a call to artists for each of those 5 games to design the graphic that will ultimately make it on our warm-up jersey. And then that graphic just explodes, and it's on IPTV, it's on the big board, it's on all of our social media. It really sort of informs the theme of the night. And ultimately, the opportunity for us is to sort of grow and diversify our fan base. We want to make sure that everyone knows they are welcome in this building and that hockey is an inclusive sport. And so to do that, we want to reflect different communities. We want to invite people into this building. We want them to feel like they are reflected in this building. We want them to feel welcome. And we just really want to have some fun and amplify different celebrations and different cultural segments that maybe wouldn't find itself in the traditional hockey space.
And Prudential Center, it's home to great hockey, but also great events. Kids events. I was just here for Disney on Ice. I'm coming back for Justin Timberlake in October. Yeah, there's something for everyone here. Talk about how this has become such a destination for A-list acts.
Yeah, Prudential Center is crazy busy. It's ridiculous busy, but in the best way. At the end of this fiscal, we will have hosted over 250 events. New Jersey Devils hockey, Seton Hall men's basketball, a Disney on Ice, and a whole slew of family shows, but equally lots of amazing talent. We recently had Drake in this building, which was pretty amazing. Zach Bryan.
You broke a record.
We broke a record with the number of humans in this building. It was pretty amazing.
You mentioned you have a 5-year-old son. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other children?
I have a 12-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old son. They'll be here tonight. It's game day. We're hosting the Maple Leafs. I think their secret talent is they can sing both anthems, Canadian and American, from start to finish. But they know a lot about the players. They ask me some fun questions. You know, what's Nico doing? Is Dougie better? What's Jack up to? They're pretty dialed into hockey. We're definitely a hockey house.
That's great. Well, you're Canadian. It's in your blood, right? Of course. But from one working mom to another, how do you balance all of that? You know, the home life with everything going on here.
Gosh, work-life balance, what an amazing question or concept.
Doesn't exist.
I will tell you this, a couple of things. I'm very lucky to have a great spouse. My husband Reed is hands-on with my kids, and that's critically important for him to be sort of that guy morning, noon, and night, because sports and entertainment is morning, noon, and night. I would also say that, you know, under our president, Jake Reynolds, this is a family atmosphere here in this building. So even though I'm at work when I'm at a hockey game, or maybe at work when I attend a concert or Disney on Ice, my family's welcome here. And that's really important. So they've got all their favorite treats, and they know what they're having for dinner. But it's reflective of him really fostering this family environment, and having my kids join me on game nights, having my husband join me for a concert. It makes work not feel like work. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week.
Summers in New Jersey were made to wow you. From sun and wows to fun and wows, and every wow in between. So come see what your wow's gonna be. New Jersey. It's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of